Hey guys, just a quick update on the 2001 CR500. Got a few things going on here and a few things came in the box. First of all, I managed to pop off the ignition cover, and of course it's an awesome bike. So when we grab the flywheel, there's no play up and down, which I obviously had no doubts about that, but it's always good to check. With these CRs, the way that the pipe kind of snakes around, you can't take off this bolt right here or this screw with the pipe on, so it's kind of hard. If you're looking at the bike, you know, you don't want to start taking it apart. And but she is good, and with that, we've just been pretty much admiring the seat and everything else that we've put a new cover on. But let me go through some of the stuff I got available from Honda if you're rebuilding these. This is the shock splash guard. This is available from Honda, so I ordered this. I use motorsport.com. I'm sure you have your own place that you like to buy this stuff. Obviously, this is that neutral, natural color, which I'm not a huge fan of because it seemed like it turned yellow back in the early 2000s. Hopefully, they used a different material for that. You can see the old one versus the new one. Then we've got the infamous disc brake cover that is natural. So that's going to go here, and again, hopefully they changed the plastic composition, but that also is a NOS part that's still available. I am going to go with the UFO fork protectors because those are no longer available from Honda from what I can see, and those I decided not to do the natural, so I'm going a little bit of a departure from OEM. Decided to go with the white just because, I don't know, I want to make sure we don't have any issues there. I got your various warning labels and stuff like that. This is the little, I don't know if you can see that little white piece. That's the little Honda that goes right back here. When I get the new fender, that goes right back there. So I thought that would look pretty cool. We've also got the OEM Honda grips because we are going to be changing the bars, and nothing feels OEM like the OEM Honda grips. I'll show you all. These are just basically your half waffle grip, which is a pretty decent grip, by the way. It says a little Honda right there. So we're going to be adding those. I also got a really nice set of handlebar clamps. Now, these are cross-referenced from memory to also be the same as the CR250 of around that vintage. So I managed to find these on eBay, and they should fit just fine. I did a little cleaning on these with the Pryme MX light cleaning wheel. So basically got back a little bit of that sheen. So I've got another one of those. So I've got a set, and when my bars come in, I'll get those repainted. Also got the rear fender decal that I believe goes right here. Y'all know where that is. And I got the little front disc brake guide, so that's going to go right here, so you guys can see. It's a little bit brighter than what I got on there, but not much. But you know, it's not a hugely expensive part from what I can remember, so I figured why not. And then I managed to get this little chain label. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lay this over the original. I'm not going to take this one off. I'll just lay this one over. And that's probably about it for now. Wish I had more stuff, but we've got pieces coming in here. So as we get going and keep working through the bike, we'll keep you posted, but slowly making progress. And our next thing is going to be to start disassembling the subframe and doing a little bit of touch-up work. I also managed to get the frame guard off of this side. I had done the other side previously, and as I said before, I think very light use, and then the frame guard went on. So as you can see, original paint is still pretty good. And y'all let me know, do you think I should run the frame guards or not? What do you think I should do? I'm definitely curious. I'm thinking I'm gonna touch up the frame in those spots, but then just run the guards, and then maybe put some sort of a protective little piece on the guard itself so it doesn't hit up against the frame. It may be like some one-sided stick-on rubber or something like that, and that should help it really good to stay looking pretty nice if I ever decide to take them off. I like the idea of the guards because I think if I polish them up really good, they're gonna come together really nice, and things will look really good. Let me show you real quick. I've been working on one of them. I want to do a quick shout out to Cameron at Pryme MX. If you use the Pryme MX cleaning wheels, or you're familiar with them, you know how great they are. They've got buffing wheels. He's got a special one for polishing plastics. So you want to look up Pryme MX and grab their products. They're great, Pryme. He has a star wheel actually for doing plastic. It's pretty awesome. And if you look at this WR tank, that's actually done with the Pryme MX polishing wheels. And that's the star wheel. And I mean, look at that. You can, you can pretty much, it looks like glass. So like this piece here, the ignition cover, that's actually what I'm going to do. You can see there's a little bit of, you know, boot rash. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to wet sand this and get it a little smoother. And then I'll use the star wheel for that. And I started polishing one of these. I just wanted to show y'all. And so this was the finish, kind of, you know, obviously after years and years of kind of being on the bike and being used on and off, it's going to look like that. But once you get going with the Pryme MX wheel, I'll show y'all, it starts to really come together. So you take this and you pretty much keep it at this angle. This is your best spot, which is about 7 o'clock. You can run it across the wheel just like this, keep it moving, and you get something like this. So this is kind of a, I'd call like a satin finish. Now, if I really want a polish like a mirror, I could use this guy. This one has a little bit of compound on it, but then I've got one that doesn't have any compound. And if I want to get rid of any imperfections like scratches, I have a little bit of a heavier polishing wheel. But let me show you what happens if I stay on this for a little while. I'll actually smooth out the finish to where it becomes very, almost glassy, you'll see. Really great tool. If you refurbish bikes or you work on anything that you want to look good, cars, bicycles, boats, and you have metal parts. He's even got some that you can put on a drill bit, and so you can work remotely. Look at that. It becomes just a gorgeous piece. Now, you may say, okay, I don't want it like chrome. I just want it this kind of satiny finish, which looks awesome. And there you go. Then you'd be done. Or you can just keep kind of polishing and get that chrome finish. Now, I've got another wheel that will actually take off the buffing compound. So I've got one wheel that I could add that doesn't have any compound on it, and that's the one that brings it to a mirror. But as you can see, if I just keep going with this, it'll get shinier and shinier. I think you can see it's now a little more reflective. So you can really sort of pick the finish you want on this and really turn it into something nice. And you can see the difference between that, which is now pretty reflective, and that. So yeah, we'll be working on that. I've done a few of these other little pieces here slowly. I'm going to get the whole bracket, but been working through it and making it happen. And just to share real quick, I mean, I did this WR and I probably did every bolt on this thing. And you don't necessarily, unless the bolts are all, you know, stripped and frayed and worn out, you don't necessarily need a bolt kit. You know, brand new. You can just go in and polish those bolts. You don't necessarily need to recoat them either. Just get off that, you know, layer of grime or oxidation, and they can look pretty darn good. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. We're definitely having fun, and more good stuff is coming with the CR500 project. If you like the video, you want to follow the saga or the shenanigans, however you see it, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next update as we keep accumulating parts and we get ready to do a little bit of minor disassembly of some of the body, etc.